Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza here. It's time for our weekly and our monthly Oracle check-in. So, I'm your guide here, Leanne Holitza. I am going to be speaking to your guides about the cards that I'm using. So, the cards are kind of just like a divination tool of sorts that just kind of help tap into the message. They're more just kind of a guidance rather than a directive. So, just type me please in the comments if you would like to get a card, and I will get to that. We're going to do a group reading first and then we'll build on it. Okay. So, hi, everybody. Um, Couple things. The Breaking Free Beliefs Club starts again on Wednesday. That if you're interested in getting in on that, where we meet for 4 weeks for an hour to try to loosen some of the belief systems up that are creating our loops. I really believe that consciousness is our route to healing. So, also, Energy of Awareness 101's early bird is about to expire. So just pay attention to that if you want to. If we're thinking about doing it, there are payment plan options. Insightfulinspirations.com for all of these things, you guys. All right. So we are going to be using Amanda Ellis's flame spray today. Now, this is going to help. I just literally gave this recommendation out. So I was like, hey, let's use this. It's going to help go with the flow, remove the obstacles, purify our path so that we can see what we're doing. We're also going to use the yantra deck as we always do. And I've got a little citrine friend hanging out to help with some emotional balance this week. And then for our personal cards this week, I'm going to be using this Sacred Symbols deck by Marcella Crowley. Kroll. Okay, so if then you guys, the way this works is if we start to see a card 3 times and the me pleases, it's going to be a group card. So I would recommend hanging out till the end. That is also when I'm going to do the November spread for the entire month. So pay attention to that. And if you haven't gone to check out the Energy on Purpose membership, I do a more in-depth November spread and build a bunch of things for you to do Energy on Purpose for the month in that club there. Okay, let's get to it. So this is our beginning of the reading. This is the yantra deck, okay? Okay, so we start off this way with the illusion of greener pastures kind of biting at our heels. The contentment card is basically saying to us, you are delusional if you think somebody else has got it better than you right now. And this is basically saying it does feel rough. If you look around, it feels like other people are not having it as rough. Not exactly true, okay? Helper card. Surrender sideways. So what this is saying, you guys, is that it is time to surrender to the things, allowing things to come that are trying to come. Stop holding the door closed. Stop trying to do it all yourself. The surrender card says do what's yours to do, what's at your feet, okay? Not what are the world problems right now, but what's in front of your feet that is saying, hey, here's your problem to solve. And that's the work right now, you guys. Keeping it in perspective, okay? What is going on in the world? You're not meant to know all of the things that are going on in the world. Surrender that and do what's is yours, okay? And then at the end of the week, we're going to be feeling kind of busy. Stillness is sideways. It's mostly habit of busyness, though. This card is saying this week, we're just keep ourselves busy. Otherwise, we'll get bored or we'll have to actually have time by ourselves with ourselves. So just kind of notice the habit of busyness by the end of the week. All right, let's do our first card. This is going to be your first card, whether you're watching live. Hi, everybody. Or if you're watching later, thank you for that too. This is going to be your personal card. Okay, so tune in to the numbers 1, 2, or 3. Okay, if you picked 1, your message is going to be focusing on friendship. Okay. Now this deck is meant to really kind of focus on the image, like in a meditative way. So just kind of notice the symbolism. Notice that those symbols, those arrows are going in different directions, but they do cross paths. And sometimes they support each other in unknown, unexpected ways. Okay. So focus on your friendships and do pay attention to who is actually there showing you that they are your friend, that are caring for you, that even when you're not feeling like super great and bubbly and wonderful, they're still there going, I got you, friend. Right. Okay. If you picked 2, you're going to be working with staying grounded. Okay. Now, this could be any practice of sorts. I do have a YouTube video out there, short little practice of grounding, going out with bare feet, holding onto a tree, whatever you can get done. If you picked 2 this week, that is the first thing to do every single day, every single start of something, get grounded first. Okay. If you picked 3, you're going to be working on stormy. All right. Now, you guys, confession, I picked 3. So this is the time where you're going to have a little bit more waters to traverse. You have your little sails, you have your little boat. It's where you learn your skills, right? Without having some of this bumpy water, choppy water, you wouldn't necessarily learn anything. You'd just be living in little paradise, and that would be all you did. No, sounds nice sometimes to just be in paradise, but trust me, you came to be in a body during this time. You want to be in the storm. So just ride the waves. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's get to the me pleases. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. If you've never done this before, type me please in the comments. I will come down the list and I will give you a card. I always get to everybody, at least in this day and age. If maybe one day, when I have a million readers and viewers and all the things, then you all will have to hope I pick you, but I will likely pick you today. Just stay tuned, okay? All right. Stephanie. All right. Stephanie R., you're at the top of the list. You're going to be working with focus. Okay, now the thing about the symbol of the arrow in the bow is that once you point the arrow, that message of surrender that we got is letting go, because you can't hold the point and forever. The arrow has to be let go to fly. So focus and then surrender, okay? That's the goal for the week. All right, Taryn, you are going to work with good fortune. How nice is that? All right, so where your energy is paying off, yes, thank you, more please, when things are coming in. Receive help wherever it wants to be given. You don't have to earn it this week. It's just going to come because it's in your good fortune to have it come. Don't keep score. Don't feel like you got a tit for tat. Keep it even. Just say thank you this week, okay? Kalina, you got 2 cards coming out for you. You got luck, which is nice, lucky, and you got truth. Okay. So this is basically saying together, we are asking you to tell yourself the truth about how lucky you are. You can definitely feel into the struggles. The struggles are real, and you don't have to say I should never struggle because I have it good. But it is good this week to focus on what you do have, what luck is coming to you, and let the luck tell you the truth about your path. Okay. Kimberly S., you're working with the safe travels. Okay. So this is just what it sounds like. It's just literally going to ground you into being able to go in the directions you want to go without fear of what might happen or what encounters might get bumpy. Okay. Safe travels for the week. Diane, you're working on truth. Second time we've seen the one, you guys. All right. So the truth. You want to really be giving yourself that. Like, a lot of times, you guys, the stories are what causes our suffering, the extension of the suffering by our own thoughts about it, our own resistance to it. The truth is basically saying, be in the truth about what's happening and step aside from that. Okay. All right. It's weird. My list just completely changed. All right. I'm going back to the top of this list now because guess the guides, we just jumped a timeline or something. Okay, so Eli, didn't mean to skip you if I did. Here's yours, gratitude. Yes, thank you, more please. Light the candle of success. Let yourself acknowledge that there are talents inside you that you still have, that you can still use. You can be grateful for yourself, and you can be grateful for the whole experience teaching you more and more about yourself, okay? So gratitude is the tool this week. Heidi M., you got 2 cards. You've got home and you've got new moon. Okay. Now the new moon isn't here this week. We're actually headed to the full moon, but this is the time to go back and see what intentions did you set in the new moon that are coming to fruition, and how can you follow your true north? Okay. How can you be sure that even if you feel off track, and even if the new moon, which is the darkest nights, right? Because there's no light of the moon, it's still on track. You're still going. Okay. So just kind of be in that. Go back and look at what the new moon date was this month and see what you were doing that day. See how it's working out. Nicole H, we're going to work on nature spirits for you. Okay. So very much getting back to recovering your own balance, recovering yourself through natural cycles, through being in a programs of, getting up in the morning, going outside, looking towards the east where the sun is rising for you, and let yourself give acknowledgement to every new day. And that restoration will bring you through. Okay. All right. Kimberly P. and Juan Carlos. Kimberly, you're working with the earth. Okay. Now, you guys, the symbolism in these decks are really important. So just take a snapshot of that in your brain. Working with the earth and recognizing the earth is always providing for you, and not conditionally. The earth doesn't say, oh, you earned this, cup of water today. It just provides for you. Everything about you in the body is earth. Okay. So working with that this week. Juan Carlos, you're going to be wanting to work with meditating. Okay. If you already meditate on a regular, cool, add something new to the routine. If you don't meditate, it would be a good week to get that on the schedule. Okay. I find that about 10 minutes is a good devotion to really get something done. And there's kind of two different ways to meditate. There's passive meditation and then there's guided meditation. So see what resonates with you. But passive, you're kind of just trying to like chant one mantra or just keep your mind clear. Whereas if you're doing more of a guided meditation, you're doing something, inquiring about something. Yeah. All right, Janelle R. and Donnie. Janelle, you are working with magic this week. Okay. So just magic, anything, and like everything's magical if you let it, right? And so just letting yourself really be in the awareness that magic is implying that something unexpected is happening, something that's kind of defying the rules. And that's good. Let's let the rules be defied. They always can be. We think they're super fixed and they're not. Donnie. Ooh, you got some past lives to work on this week. I am working on this too, Donnie. It is not necessarily fun. So some karma of where I've done things in the past, but you can see there's a pyramid symbol there too. If you're drawn to looking into Egypt, or you just, whatever topic draws you in is probably referencing a past life. You might explore that a little bit more. Okay. Denise, your focus for the week, Denise S., is new life. All right. I love this symbol. The symbol is very much about keys to things, unlocking things, letting yourself recognize that at any given moment, it could all change. And thankfully, that's true. And also, yikes, right? So just giving yourself a minute to recognize that is happening this week. Joe L. Joe, you've got the divine masculine. Okay. So this is really important to you guys right now. We have been working on healing the divine feminine so much, but there's been a lot of toxicity in the masculine energy. And this week we're working with not the toxicity, but the divine masculine, the doer, the protector, the action taker. Okay. Christy and Lisa. Christy R., you've got relief. Woo! That's nice, right? little breather this week. That sounds nice. A little bit of okay. Just focus on that word relief this week. Lisa, you're going to focus on affluence. Okay? I have this symbol everywhere. I love it. It's on my door of my office. This is feeling your flow, feeling your expertise, feeling how you can actually be what you want to be, that expert in the world who has ability to do whatever she'd like to do. All right. Sam, you're working with death. Okay. Now, this isn't scary necessarily. I mean, even death is, inevitable for all of us. But this is endings too. What is ready to be put to bed? What is ready to go away? I'm hearing particularly what habits are ready to shift for you. Okay. Put them to bed. Max A, we're working with meditate. Second time we've seen this one, you guys. Okay. So I know you already do some meditation. So this is telling you to switch it up. Okay. Switch up when you do it, what you do something different. I'm even hearing maybe a moving meditation where you're like literally slowing down on purpose while you move. Lori E, you've got transformation in the works this week, okay? So goodness knows we would all like our butterfly phase to just finally arrive, right? So this week, really take a time to celebrate. What is it that you have done over this time period? How can you let it change? How can you let yourself feel into the change? Celebrate often. Don't be an endless pit about transformation. Don't expect more and more and more, but stop and go, wow, this is really different now. National Geographic this week. Third time's a charm, you guys. We got truth. And this means we're going to pull out the author's words about their cards, okay? So I'm going to pull up, this is what the author has to say about truth. Ready? The great truth will come to light. A secret will be revealed. Your feelings regarding a situation you are asking about are true. Stand by your personal truth, no matter what, and you will be rewarded. This is time to let your authentic self shine. You have much to express. Your voice is needed. Meditate on this when you want more authentically in your life or want clarity regarding a person or situation. The symbol is the feather of Ma'at, okay? And it says the ostrich feather is an Egyptian symbol of truth, and it's a time of death. The goddess Ma'at would weigh the heart and the deceased against the weight of the feather to see whether the person had lived a just life. All right, so tell the truth, everybody. Be in your truth. All right. Let's see. Catherine S. Catherine, you are working with Karmic Path. All right, so this week you're just going to acknowledge that you're still working the program, if you will. I have been told that there's no karmic path like in our recycled space going forward when we hit the 5D ascension pattern. But for now, you're working through it. Okay, so just let yourself. It's okay. All right. Janelle, you want for Sister Janice. Got it. Okay, third time's a charm on this one, you guys. Meditate. It's for all of us. Okay, here we go. Let's look it up. Let's see what she has to say about the meditating. Drawing this card asks you to create more stillness in your life. Utilize meditation, breath work, and other gentle activities to relieve stress and bring more peace into your entire being. You may need a break from daily duties or for clarity. Your current situation may be distracting you, so more quiet time and less attachment are required. Meditate on this symbol or practice this mudra to feel a universal connection with every cell of your body. Gyan Mudra is a powerful hand posture. See the hand posture? Practiced for thousands of years by yogis. It brings peace, calmness, and spiritual progress. It relates to the planet Jupiter and may bring health benefits to the mind, body, soul with consistent practice. Okay? All right, you guys. Woohoo. Onward. I love it when you guys bring the threes on, though. That's very nice of you, Janice. Robin, Austin, and Chris. Okay, Robin. Okay, truth again, you guys. Fourth time we've seen this, which means it's doubling down on it. Tell yourself the truth. If you have not been allowing the truth to be revealed to yourself, you might ask some more questions. If somebody disagrees with you, rather than just be like, no, I don't want anything to do with you, ask, get curious, find out why you are in the different situations. Austin, affluence. Maybe we'll get this one 3 times the charm. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, Austin, you get to work on how your affluence is helping you get through and to celebrate it. You don't have to hide it. You don't have to feel ashamed about it. You can just embrace it and use it to give other people leadership. All right, Chris, we got home. Your true north, okay? If you feel off track, you're not. But it might take a minute to meditate, tell yourself the truth, and get yourself on track with your North Star, okay? Where is your actual home inside yourself? Cynthia, your focus for the week is courage. It's pretty straightforward. I often find the courage messages to also hold the truth around belief systems, having enough courage to tell yourself the truth. Okay. So, and just to do the thing. Miranda Z, you're working with messages. Okay. Or a message. So just paying attention to the symbolism around you. If it feels profound, it probably is. Give yourself a minute to just follow the messages. You guys, everybody's so literal these days. Everybody wants to take everything so seriously. Cool if you want to be serious, but the universe works in laughter. The universe works in the higher elevations of fun and play. So laugh at your symbols, okay? Lisa C. Boundaries, my dear. All right, a little time this week for you to put up some boundaries. I'm definitely this is my lifetime theme for myself. So just kind of making it aware that it's time to just healthy boundaries make healthy relationships. There's no doubt about it. If we know what the realms we're working in, and you know where the lines are crossed and where they aren't crossed, we all play like a lot nicer together. Tammy L. You also got messages, okay? So I am really hearing from the guides that laughter is really important in this message this week, okay? Laugh at your messages. Laugh at how absurd the life is that you're leading, because we are all leading very absurd lives. Tanner from Heidi. Nature spirits for Tanner. Tanner, get outside and do a little bit more dancing with the trees and the leaves and the cycles of things. It's gonna help you realign and rebalance. Melissa and Shannon. Melissa, you're working on friendships. If you picked one at the beginning, it's doubling down on that. So where are your true friends? Where's your true alignment? Who can you really trust? Who are you needing to put a little caution tape around? Shannon, you are working with transformation. Now, this card, this second time we've heard it, and what I'm hearing really is important is small celebrations of small milestones, things that are coming through that are actually really helpful and useful, and so that you can see the change and not be always needing the change to be big, okay? Cara and Tatiana. Cara, you are working with psychic energy. That's Pisces symbol. This one's very much about everything's connected and everything's a mirror. So just kind of use your psychic skills a little extra this month, okay? Or this week. Tatiana, we will do a month read at the end for at least all of us. Third time's a charm for transformation. So yay. Thank you for bringing that to all of us. Let me read it. Ready? The butterfly goes through many stages before it becomes a beautiful creature it is. Honor your process. Allow your beauty to be seen by all. Wear more color to help announce the arrival of your exquisite transformation. Meditate on this when you want to call the beauty and grace of acceptance during times of transition. The butterfly is a powerful symbol of transformation. Time for all of us to be in a little bit of a transformation, it looks like. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you're in a growth cycle. Love the healing spiral energy. That's always like maybe it looks familiar, but you're higher up on the mountain, so the view is different. Yes, you've been here before, and you haven't. So, growth. Matthew, your focus for the week is truth. 5 times we've seen this one, you guys. Tell the truth to yourself. Careful where you're being told something that's not true. Careful where you're telling yourself things that are not true, okay? Really stick with the facts this week. Marita and Avni. Marita, new life for you, okay? The Ankh is very much unlocking new life force energy, allowing yourself to really feel abundant and energetic. That's really nice. Avni, you are bringing us the affluence. Woohoo! We all get to do it. That means we all get to do it. Okay, I'm going to read the book. Ready? All right, it says, wealth in all forms is available to you now. Yes, thank you. More, please. You're in a rich on all accounts. Drawing this card invites you to feel the abundant flow of having all that you need on the material and spiritual planes. If you were inquiring about a situation or relationship, this certainly indicates that there is much to be experienced here. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. You are being provided for and rewarded at this time. The Sri Yantra, my favorite symbol, is a symbol of Hindu Tantra, which is based on the Hindu philosophy of Shaktism. You love it. We got it. Let's do it. All right. Tiff. All right. Yes, eat 100 foods. I will come to you I'll get you for sure. And then we'll do our November. After we get to the bottom of the list, we'll do November. So stick with me, you guys. We're almost to the end, but I'll read November at the end. Okay. Tiff. Divine Feminine for you. Okay. So the cycles of the moon are really important to the feminine energies. It's very much about putting yourself in alignment with the development of the moon phases. I would very much look into that this month or this week, seeing how you can work with the moon phases in your manifestation. Okay. Elizabeth R. Oh, you need a spiritual cleansing already? All right, this week focus on the things that make you crunchy, sticky, wanting to move away. Maybe there's some karmic debris you're experiencing, or maybe just accidentally took on somebody else's gunk. Okay. Energy 101 is probably going to happen in January, you guys. So for those of you who have already taken it, you can audit it and come back to. So come play with us and learn a little bit more. And you don't have to do all 8 weeks if you've done the class before. You can just pop in when you have time. So anyway, just a little hint. Tanya B, you're working with boundaries. Okay, so put up some boundaries. Put up some energy around saying no when you need to. Don't keep saying yes if you don't mean yes. Okay. All right. Eat 100 foods. You're working with water. Astrologically speaking, this is a really good thing to be doing right now. Bless the water, drink the water, structure the water, do all the things with the water, and let yourself feel the water help you restructure. Okay. All right. This card's going to be for my husband, Matt. Okay, Matt brings us meditation back. So 4th time on meditate. Meditating is going to be really important this week. Pull it up. I got a bunch of them on my website. Maybe I'll find one that I want to can put up for free for the week to kind of support us. Let's do that. Okay. So keep an eye out on my Facebook page. Okay. I know, Tanya, right? Messages right on time received. Okay, let's do November really quick, you guys. So the start of November is going to feel like we're holding it all together, trying to preserve what we've got. Okay, that's how we start the month. As we go into the month, our help is where our mind is not loving, where we're not giving loving thoughts, where we're really being kind of unkind to ourselves and each other, where we are forgetting that love comes in all forms in ourselves, and we don't necessarily have to use it against ourselves. The mind kind of comes up here that we're going to be careful with November not being all about the stories in our head. The end of the month, we're going to feel a little dried out. Okay, so presence being sideways is basically saying, listen, keep your eyes open, don't talk so much. At the end of the month, you're going to be asked to stay as present as possible, and it's going to feel a little challenging. Okay. So I get the sense that November is very much about forgiveness, communication, and working with the energy of betrayal. That's a lot of what I'm doing in that Energy on Purpose membership. So stick with it, you guys. You got this. Love you all. Go be amazing. I will see you next week. Same time, same place. Bye.